Hello everyone, Joshua Rudd here, as it says by my title of my intro video. I was just flicking through YouTube, as I'm sure most of you do these days, and also it's that time of the year again. Remembrance Day, I think it is, and we should always remember the people who lost their lives at war, because it is one of those things in histories that are always going to stay with us for the rest of time, basically. And it's just, sometimes people might think World War One never happened. I mean, it's very disappointing sometimes for some people that World War One even happened in the first place, but I guess at least one good thing is it happened, and at least the world is a much more better place. We do have more freedom. We don't have the fear of like certain gases and bombs and stuff being dropped on our heads. So that's just one thing about it. And another thing is, what would the world be like if World War One or Two, for example, never even happened? I mean, like I said, the world will probably be a different place, and yeah. Now, I think the reason why World War One kind of started was because I think it was to do with a wrong turning and the stalling of a car. I think I remember on a video that I watched on YouTube once before, or maybe a few times before, and it's just things, I guess, happen sometimes. But I guess sometimes people might think that World War One and Two was destined to happen, and the other wars before and after. But World War One, since that's the day today of what, like, when it really happened and started and stuff, so it's just one of those things that's like you just really need to accept, I guess, because it's just, World War One has happened about 101 years ago today. It finished, and it's just, the world, like I said before, is a much better place. That just the thing of World War One may not have happened as well, but if it didn't happen, what would the world be like today? Probably way too much crowded, I should say, and it's just, yeah, I guess people thank the people who saved, I guess you could say, saved the world, and made the world a much better place, because it's just one of those things, you know. But, you know, it's just, World War Two was basically one of those other things as well, just one of those things that happened as well. And I'm sure we all know why, kind of the reason why World War Two started. I'm not really going to mention his name because I'm sure everyone has heard it and probably is sick of hearing him, but it's just, World War One and Two was just a tragic event that changed the course of all of our lives, really. I mean, I've probably got relatives as well that were born before and after the war. I was probably one of those after the war, but as I'm sure you know, because I'm only 18 and a month and probably 2-3 weeks or something. So just, yeah, like I said, if you want to know information, there is videos out there, I'm sure. Once I've probably gotten this on YouTube, I will probably give you the channel, like put a channel onto the end screen or something, about the that talks about I guess some disasters and also other things as well. So I guess it's kind of a surprise when I'll give it to you, but once it happens, I guess you can just, you know, find your information on the war, and just, yeah, I mean, the world didn't come to an end, although probably billions of people wished that it did, but at least one thing is we are still here and the world hasn't come to an end yet. So just, I guess as they say, enjoy your life while you've still got it, because you could probably die at the end of this video. You could probably die within the next few days, maybe even by the end of the year. But like I said though, not being mean, not trying to make a sin, but yeah, just enjoy life. Life is very precious, and just, you know, just one of those things that I think most people take for granted, but it's just one of those things you should never really take for granted, because once you die, for some people, once you die, that's it. There's nothing really. But if you're a believer in the Messiah, I guess, I think it is, and also a believer in Jesus and God, you would probably go to heaven, maybe even hell if you've done some very bad sins, and not ask God with all your heart and soul, or Jesus with all his blood and soul, and just, you know, just, yeah. So yeah, I mean, just, I guess, believe in the Lord, Jesus and God, and just take life while it's still around, because like I said, you could die any moment. You could die in like a car accident, or you could even die any kind of disaster. But just to recap, World War II was a tragic day, and so was World War One, a tragic years. But just like I said, enjoy your life while you still got it, and see you in my next video. Bye guys.